Lagos State government set to unveil first physical planning summit. Independent National Electoral Commission denies obstructing inspection of BVAS election materials in Edo State. Foreign authorities issue evacuation alert in anticipation of Hurricane Milton's arrival. And in sport, Cape Verdean Delgado Rocha to take charge of Libya-Nigeria battle in Benina. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. All is set for the first edition of the Lagos Physical Planning Summit with the theme Rethinking Lagos, New Vision for a Regional and Integrated Mega City, aimed at addressing infrastructure challenges and ensuring proper implementation strategies. Speaking at a pre-event press conference at Alausa, Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development Oluyinka Olumide noted that it will be an avenue to assess and review legal, financial framework, impact on socio-economic lives of citizens, and encourage public-private partnership to ease the burden on government. Olumide noted that the biannual event will be mapped out in such a way that the actions taken are backed up with proper implementation plans that will be reviewed from time to time.
In the ministry, we have to continuously review our plans to ensure that we meet up with the current standards of the state in terms of decay. So this put together now led to this summit that we have that, look, it's important for us to sit down again and have a rethink of exactly how we go about our plans. And these plans, you have them from the higher order to the lower order. We talk of the regional plans to the master plans and to the lower order development guides.
Earlier in a welcome address, Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Gbenga Omotosho, said the vision of the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development is important and significant towards building a sustainable smart city.
All the time in Lagos State we stress physical planning, how important it is. People may see that in those days you just jump onto a land, begin to build a house, nobody comes to tell you what to do. But in these days of global warming, climate change, and all of the things that humanity never planned for that are now happening, it will be very nice for all of us to know the importance of physical planning, to respect the laws of physical planning, and to not display ignorance about all of these things.
The event, scheduled to hold on the 15th and 16th of October, is expected to attract professionals, international bodies, and other stakeholders. Lagos State government has reiterated the collective participation of everyone to advocate for an improvement in school sanitation by promoting awareness campaigns in all schools across the metropolis. Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, made this known at a stakeholders interactive session on school sanitation held at the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, LCCI Conference Center, Ikeja, saying it is imperative for stakeholders to mobilize resources to address these gaps in all schools. Wahab, who was represented by the Permanent Secretary, Office of Environmental Services, Omobolaji Gaji, said best sanitation and hygiene practices are the foundation of a healthy learning in any environment. The Chairman, Local Government Service Commission, Kamal Bayewu, says the concept of local government autonomy is already well established in Lagos State, reaffirming its critical role as a driving force behind grassroots development. Bayewu noted that the concept, which has long been embraced by the state, allows for the efficient allocation of resources to critical areas, ensuring that local authorities can directly address the needs of their communities. Speaking at the year 2024 joint retreat of the Commission and the Office of Local Government Establishment and Training, Bayo noted that the state's local government areas and local council development areas are already improving the quality of life for residents at the grassroots level through the promotion of sustainable development. He stated that the retreat was essential for the Commission to evaluate its past activities, identify areas that need improvement, and make realistic projections for the upcoming year. Baiwu stressed the importance of continuous staff training to ensure that local government employees are aligned with the vision of the state government. Now to the rest of the stories. The Independent National Electoral Commission INEC in Edo State has denied obstructing any political party from inspecting election materials and bimodal voters accreditation system BVAS machines used for the just concluded gubernatorial election. Residential Electoral Commissioner in the state, Anubum Onwaha, said the allegations of obstructing the inspection of materials were baseless, misleading, and devoid of truth. Onwaha explained that the commission, in furtherance to its commitment, had fixed Wednesday for the inspection of the materials at its headquarters in Benin. He noted that the inspection of election materials was a fundamental right of all political parties involved in election petitions and that it was a process that INEC was mandated by law to facilitate. The resident electoral commissioner also encouraged parties wishing to engage with his office regarding the inspection of materials to do so through the appropriate legal channels. Minister of Works David Umahi has assured that the first 47 kilometers of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway will be delivered by May next year. Umahi, who gave this assurance while inspecting an evacuated but now revealed a section of the road, said the massive refuse dump encountered along the corridor will neither increase cost of construction nor slow down the pace of work. According to Umahi, the Minister of Works and the contractor handling the project are doing everything possible to save cost of construction.
The most difficult aspect of this settlement of the sand. They are even taking a number of risks, which I commend them, by using stone base to put on top of the sand field, and you can see that they are losing, a lot of that stone base. But what the stone base is doing is to help vehicular movement, so that over time, the rail and vehicular movement is going to consolidate. And so, if you are looking at about, say, 80 kilometers, so you are looking about 3 months. So we continue to encourage them to complete the filling, excavation of this refuge.
According to the Minister of Works, squatters along the corridor of the site will soon be dislodged for failure to comply voluntarily. Earlier, the Federal Controller of Works in Lagos, Olukorede Kisha, explained that evacuation of the refuse dump site had slowed down the construction, but assured that the impact will be insignificant on the duration of the project. The 700 kilometers Lagos-Calabar Highway projects, designed to connect Lagos to Cross River, will pass through Ogun, Ondo, Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, and Akwa Ibom states. In a bid to bring and connect African businesses together towards boosting intra-African trade under the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, the Lagos Chambers of Commerce and Industry is set to host the 38th edition of its annual International Trade Fair. The chairman, Trade Promotion Board, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Akan Usen, stated this at the 2024 Lagos International Trade Fair press conference ahead of the trade fair scheduled to hold from Friday 1st to Sunday 10th of November. Akan Usen said the media are critical stakeholders in the promotion and awareness of the exhibition program, noting that this year's fair is set to create value and connect businesses globally. He noted that the event is one of the best trade fairs in Africa, and it is set to feature different sections, which include the Children's Corner, Games and Quiz, primary/secondary school sections, Tech Hub section, among others, throughout the 10 days of the fair. Akan Usen said entrepreneurs across countries are urged to showcase innovative products and services targeted at Nigerian market, noting that the organizers of this year's event will leave no stone unturned to provide adequate security measures throughout the duration of the fair.
Situation of the economy, and the trade fair is the perfect opportunity for businesses to come together and people to trade and people to do their Christmas shopping, get ready for the school year, get ready for doing more business together. An economy is only as good as the business that people do together within the economy. So I ask everyone to make yourselves available between the 1st and the 10th of November. Come to the trade fair, come make contacts, make networks, do business, get suppliers, get parts suppliers, and let's get Lagos and Nigeria moving.
In his vote of thanks, Vice Chairman of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce, Okpeyemi Aminu, appreciated all the partners for their constant support for the Lagos Chambers of Commerce and Industry and creating time to be part of the year 2024 trade fair. The sum of 2 million naira was also presented to the Lagos Island East Local Council Development Area for constant support in past exhibitions. It will interest you to know that over 3,500 sponsors, partners, and exhibitors across the world have signed up for the year 2024 Lagos International Trade Fair, which aims to promote a peaceful environment for businesses to thrive. And now to foreign news. Officials are warning that Hurricane Milton is going to be deadly and catastrophic as millions leave Florida ahead of the storm's arrival. Milton, a Category 4 storm, is expected to hit the Tampa area tonight, packing ferocious winds of up to 165 miles per hour. United States President Joe Biden warned that living was a matter of life and death as the state undertakes its largest evacuation effort in years. It comes less than 2 weeks after Hurricane Helene hit the Gulf Coast as a Category 4 storm, killing at least 225 people across Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, and North Carolina. In our sports, the Confederation of African Football (CAF) has appointed Delgado Rocha from Cape Verde as referee for Tuesday's 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying match between the Super Eagles and the Mediterranean Knights of Libya at the Martyrs of Benina Stadium in Benina, close to Benghazi. Rocha will be assisted by compatriots Jerry Lopez, Assistant Referee 1, and George Aritson, Assistant Referee 2, with Amidou Diero from Burkina Faso as the fourth official. Amir Abdi Hassan from Somalia will be in the role of commissioner, with Malian Dramani Dante as referee assessor and Rashid Medjiba from Algeria as security officer. The encounter, which is at the back end of a doubleheader between both nations, will kick off at 9 p.m. Libyan time and 8 p.m. Nigerian time. And that's all for the news at 6. Maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961, on YouTube. Subscribe and watch us live on our channel Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.mg. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration constructed watchtowers with alarm bells and perimeter fences in model colleges? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. All is set for the first edition of the Lagos Physical Planning Summit with the theme Rethinking Lagos, New Vision for a Regional and Integrated Megacity, aimed at addressing infrastructure challenges and ensuring proper implementation strategies. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in Edo State has denied obstructing any political party from inspecting election materials and bimodal voter accreditation system (BVAS) machines used for the just concluded gubernatorial elections. We also told you that officials are warning that Hurricane Milton is going to be deadly and catastrophic as millions leave Florida ahead of the storm's arrival. And in sports, the Confederation of African Football CAF has appointed Delgado Rocha from Cape Verde as the referee for Tuesday's 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying match between the Super Eagles and the Mediterranean Knights of Libya at the Mataz of Benina Stadium in Benina, close to Benghazi. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Coyote Mafolashiri. I am Akan Usen.